Hey guys, what's up? Alec back with the daily stock market, and look at that, up $300 on the day. So we're seeing another good day along with yesterday's good day as well. We're up 42% on the year, so we are bouncing back here. And make sure you're subscribed with post notifications on, because I think our account will grow significantly in the next couple months. Now, I ran a poll on my story today. I said, what do you guys want to see more, stocks that are down 40% plus or dividend stocks? And 80% of people voted for stocks that are down 40% plus. So let's get right into the video, because it's going to be a long one, because there's a lot of stocks to talk about that are down 40%. Now, the first stock that's down 40% or more that's on the list is Smile Direct Club. Now, they're bouncing back up 25% in the last month, and they were up 37% at one point. They're dying off a little bit. But if we go to the yearly chart, and if we look at from all-time highs, we can see them down around 60% almost. And if we zoom out, we can actually see the support right around $4. So if you're buying under $4 per share or under $5 per share at least, I think you can be getting a good swing trade there on this first stock that's down 40% plus. The next stock that's down 40% or more is going to be Lucid. Again, they're up 16% in the last month, so they're bouncing back a little bit. But if we go from all-time highs, we can actually see that they're still down around 50%. And at one point, they're even down around 65%. Okay, now this is a stock that got hyped up a lot when it was still CCIV, and it took them a long time to merge into Lucid Motors or Lucid Group. We also saw that Lucid was pushing back delivery dates by like 6 months. So if we start seeing some deliveries soon and people are loving their cars, it could be a good one to pick up if it does get as low as $22 per share again, or even $20 per share. Now, the next stock down 40% or more from all-time highs that I think is a pretty good pickup right now is going to be Beyond Meat, and they're down around 42%. All right, and from all-time highs, they're down even a little bit more. You can actually see they typically bounce back whenever they're at that $115, $125 mark. It's typically a good time to buy under that price point. But if we see them go as high as $135, that could be a good time to start selling Beyond Meat. Now, in my opinion, they can bounce back to around $145 or even $165. Especially with the new partnerships with pizzas that they're announcing as well. After that, we have Zoom on the list, and they're a stock that I'm currently loading up on, down 27% in the last 3 months and down 43% in the last year. They're at a 52-week low by a lot, and we even see a support right around that $250 mark. That's pretty strong. So if you can buy as close to $250 as possible, for a long term, I think that this is a great stock to be holding, or even a longer term swing trade back to around $400, $450 per share. Okay, BNGO is a stock that's up 3% on the day, but look at that, in the last 3 months down 22%. And if we go from all-time highs, they're down around 66%. So they're a stock that I enjoy buying and picking up under $5 per share or under $5.50. And I typically like to swing trade them back up to around $7 or $8 per share. Now, we have a lot of stocks to talk about. That's why I'm going pretty quick for you guys. But we see EVGO in the last 3 months is down 44% at an all-time low by a long shot. I think that this one can be a $10 stock again. So if you get in under $8 or even under $9 per share and sell right around $10 or $11 per share, I think that's a good little swing trade. If you hold for long term, I can even see them going as high as $13, $15 per share again. However, this one and BNGO are a little bit more of the risky ones on the list so far. Now, we also see Zillow down 20% in the last 3 months, and this is one I kind of want to do a deeper dive on, so let me know if you guys would like to see that. But from their all-time high, we see them as down as much as 50, almost 55% from all-time highs. And real estate's booming, so the question is, why isn't Zillow booming? They're basically at a 52-week low, and there's good potential on a swing trade for Zillow. I think they can be $125, $150 stock again in the future. Now, Wynn Resorts is a stock that's up 3.7%, almost 4% on the day, but they're falling in the last 3 months. They're basically getting lumped in with the whole China situation going on, because they have a big resort in Macau, which is in China, and around 60% or more of their revenue comes from that one resort in China. So they're definitely getting lumped in right now. But from all-time highs, not even all-time highs, if you go all-time highs, they're actually down around 46%, 55%. So that's a huge, huge loss. But just from 1 year, 52-week highs, you can actually see they're down around 43%. So I think it's a good time to be picking up Wynn if you're a long-term investor. And if you like the China stocks, you have to remember Wynn has that going on for them as well. It's not the safest investment, especially because we don't know what China is going to regulate moving forward when it comes to casinos and everything. But if you can get in around $75 per share, I think that is a good sweet spot for Wynn. But we've even seen them as low as like $45 per share in the past. I doubt they'll get that low again, but around $75 per share, they're definitely starting to look a little bit more attractive. Now, a swing trade I'm loading up on that you guys probably already know if you've been following the channel is Wix. They're down 30% in the last 3 months. And from the 1 year, the 52-week high, they're down around 40%, 41%. Okay, so that's a great, great opportunity for an awesome swing trade. This one actually might be a little bit more longer, 12 months or at least 6 months. But I think we can see an awesome percent gain on this one. We can see this one around a $300 stock again. So that's personally where I want to be selling, is right around $300 per share, which would give us about a 40 to 50% increase on Wix over the next 6 months to 12 months. In my opinion, also, Baba's not one that you want to fall asleep on the wheel at. They're down 30% in the last 3 months and 45% in the last year. So they're far, far out of 52-week low. And if we see them at $300 a share again, which I think is possible in the next 12 to 24 months, that would be a 100% gain in their stock price over the next 12 to 24 months. Now, that's a little bit risky. There's no guarantees that they will go back to $300 per share. But I think in the next 12 to 24 months, it's pretty realistic for Baba to be back at $300 per share. Now, even if we see them back at $200 per share, that'd still be a nice increase and a nice gain on Baba over the next 6 to 12 months. I think it is extremely realistic to see them back around $200 per share. So if you don't have a spot in Alibaba yet, and if you're able to buy under $150 and get your cost basis as low as something like $150 for long-term investing, I think that's a great opportunity for Baba as well. Now let's keep the video going. We have ChargePoint on the list, and they are down 38% in the last 3 months. And basically just from a 3-month high, they're down 43%, which is a huge fall off a cliff in the last 3 months, presenting a huge buying opportunity for a lot of investors that are watching this video because it's currently at a pretty strong support. So in my opinion, swing trading up to $22 to $24 per share is going to be a great percentage gain. You get 10 to 20%, very realistic swing trade. But I think if you're a longer investor, 6 to 12 months, we can see ChargePoint going back to $30 per share, which would yield you about a 50% return over the next 6 to 12 months, in my opinion, for ChargePoint. Now, TDOC is also a stock that is on the list. They're down 34% in the last 1 year, but from all-time highs, they're 51%. This is a stock that Cathie Wood invests in a lot, and I can see them at $200 per share again. So again, there's a lot of buying opportunities in the market right now. Everyone's saying that the stock market is overvalued and every stock is overpriced. But again, there's a lot of stocks that are at a pretty fair valuation, in my opinion, especially if you go back through this video. And if you save this video for future watching, you'll be able to see a lot of hidden gems in this video. And I'm sure if you watch this video in the next 3 to 6 months, all the prices that we're talking about will be a lot higher than they were at the recording of this video. And the last one that we'll talk about is another Cathie Wood stocks that everyone knows and everyone doesn't love, but they're down 41% in the last 3 months. That's why nobody likes them. And you can actually see from an all-time high, they're down around 75%. Which is one of the biggest losers on this list from an all-time high. They had a $43 stock price. Now they're down to $11 stock price, We've talked about this one on the channel quite a few times. If you can buy under $10 per share, $9 per share, even $11 per share, I think that's a great opportunity for you to get in and do a little swing trade up to around $15 per share, $16 per share, or even $17 per share. Now, this one is a little bit more risky, and some of these on the list, keep in mind, are a little bit more risky than stocks like the S&P 500 or Apple, Amazon. But that's obvious. Anytime you see a stock price down 40%, 70%, 75%, you definitely have to be a little bit concerned and see what's going on under the hood. That's why we do deep dives all the time. So if you want to figure out how to become better at the stock market and do deep dives yourself, here you can see 45% gain in the last year, which is phenomenal. So I'm very proud of that. We also have a 90% gain on my Webull account. I'm taking a few more students under my wing. So if you want to become a student and that's you, go ahead and reach out to me on Instagram at the Daily Stock Market, same as my YouTube page. And I'll shoot you over an application for you to fill out so I can actually learn a little bit more about you and help you out the best way possible. And then I can shoot you over my website so you can actually check out everything on my website and see if it's something that you want to participate in. All right, guys, thank you for all the love and support, again, that you show on the channel. Just stop right now if you got this far and slap a thumbs up on the video, smash a like on this, and share with a friend if you think that they can find value in this video specifically. All right, guys, I'll see you in the next video. Remember, don't time the market, buy the market. Peace.